Now let's take a look at the industry analysis part of your business plan. As you begin your industry analysis, it is always good to define the industry for your business. The NAICS system, or the North American Industry Classification System, is instrumental in identifying your business's industry. Knowing the NAICS code for your business can be useful in comparing data across your industry. You can find it here at this NAICS website, or you'll find it when we look at some of these other business databases for your industry. Let's start by looking at three of the main databases for finding industry information from the library. The most basic and easiest to use is First Research. You can connect to it from here or under Merchant Intellect because it is a product of Merchant. So I'm going to connect to Merchant Intellect so I can show you all of the things that it has to offer. And we'll look at some of these a little later on as well. You can search for companies and industries here in the main search bar, or it's easiest to get to First Research by coming down to this particular option. A little later on we'll look at the demographics and we'll take a look at the advanced search in another video. Once we connect to First Research, we enter our email, and if you're off campus, you'll be asked to put in your single sign-in. I'm going to search for interior design today. This is the business that I'm going to open in Providence, Rhode Island, because I've kind of been stuck in the house for so long with the pandemic that I thought it might be a good service to offer. So here I see all of the industry reports for interior design services, and this one is the most relevant, so I'm going to click on that. And then when I get brought to the report, I can see all kinds of information here. First of all, here's the NAICS code and the SIC code. We don't use the SIC so much. NAICS has replaced SIC. Here's the industry information, and you can just click here to get your full industry overview. Here's your quarterly update and your industry forecast right here in the center. Over on the left-hand panel, you can see critical issues affecting the industry. You can see business challenges, trends, and you can also get executive insight into what makes your business successful. So each one of these components will be important that you look at them and read what they have to say about issues and trends and challenges, and you can also even come down here and look at some of the related industries as well. So First Research is very easy to use and very straightforward. The next database I want to look at is just as easy to use, IBISWorld. It gives you a little bit more information than First Research and a little bit different information than First Research. So I'm going to do my search on interior design, and I find it right here. There's also a couple risk reports I might want to take a look at later. Again, it's that left-hand column of navigation. You can find out about the industry, the supply chain, major players, similar industries, international industries. You can look over here. You can look at the industry at a glance, get your key statistics, trends, SWOT analysis for the industry, which is very important in any kind of business research to understand industry or a company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You can get an executive summary and data and segmentation. I want to point out under the products and market area, it's really a good area to look at to understand your industry, the products and services it offers, the demand determinants, and the major markets. So when I look here, when I look under demand determinants, I see that demand for residential interior design is largely dependent on widespread macroeconomic trends. So I can read about that. I can read about non-residential interior design. I can see what the major markets are. I see that individuals and households are my greatest market at 62.9%, followed by corporations, hospitality, and healthcare providers. if I look at my competitive landscape, I see that I have key success factors, market share concentration, basis of competition, barriers of entry. So I can scroll through that whole report as well. Operating conditions will give me some regulation and policy information and statistics. So as you see, it's very easy to use IBIS World to find the information you need. And in fact, business students have told me it's their favorite database. The last database I want to show you for finding industry information is BUSN100. BUSN100 is a little bit different than IBIS and First Research because it's not as narrative, it's more talking about the financials. Again, we'll use BUSN100 to do some other market analysis and competitor analysis as well. But if I search interior design, I get several different reports available, and I'm interested in this particular one, interior design services, so I can show that report. As I mentioned, you get the financial reports, the market analysis, competitive market narrative, and so forth. Mostly use just these four. And I'm going to look at the local financial report, and I'm going to look at the financial report for Providence, Rhode Island. Once I select a location, then I'm going to be asked to select a sales class, and I'll simply choose the small sales class and then Access Now. This takes a few minutes to load, so let me see if I can find where I put it. And I'm going to choose the HTML, and I'm going to agree. And while that loads, let's see if I have it here. Yes. So this is the industry financial report for interior design services. And you can see the tabs across the top. So here's where you can get those financial statements for profit and loss, for your balance sheet, and for key business ratios. And it defines each of those under its introduction section. So if I look at profit and loss, I see it across the last 5 years. Here's all your key business statistics that you'll be talking about in class. You also get it in percentage. You also get a balance sheet and key business ratios. So this is where you're going to find your financial information for the business part, for your financial part of your business plan. The other one that we might want to use at some point is the Business Source Complete. And as I mentioned in the last video, you can search Business Source Complete by keyword and then going down and choosing the industry profile part as your publication type. You can also limit by dates. And then you'll get some industry service information that you can look at as well. So that is basically how to do an industry analysis. It involves just looking at a few key resources and reading what they have to tell you. It's pretty simple to use and shouldn't give you too much of a problem, except if you can't find your particular industry for your business. If that happens to you, please contact me and I'll help you with that.